All right. I don't know where to put these cores at all. I've been trying to figure this one out. I thought maybe it would be here, or more specifically, there's a part of the map. I don't even know if I can get out here. This has been really weird. I love these spaceships. These are the best. This is just a cool scene, and it's so nonchalant. It's just kind of there. There's no grandeur to it. It's just, this is a common thing for them. And I think that's what makes it much more impressive, just feel-wise for me, is like, this is a regular occurrence. There is no nod to this at all. It doesn't like pan the camera. There's no cutscene. The music is just doing its thing. And yet, giant spaceships. Also, I really want to know what this is all about. Oh, is that fixed now? Maybe that got patched. I know they've been updating it pretty frequently. Sort of just behind the scenes. They have a whole plan of stuff that they want to do. Or is this going to infinite load screen like it did last time? It might. They had a big old update that they were going to do, and I think they pulled it for some reason. I think they wanted to do some more work on it. It even posted, I think, some patch notes, and then they took them out. So I wonder if they have just a big giant heap of stuff that they're gonna put at some point. Like what could it be? Yeah, all right. Let's assume that didn't quite go as planned. So far, that's like 100% repro. I don't even know if you can go back that way. Like you're supposed to. Like they say you're going back. Yeah. So the proper way for now is going to be either using the items to port back, or using the big old like Mario painting portal. I believe I'm going to point out the area that I think might have what I need, but I can't seem to figure out what to do with it. And I don't know where it would be, but there's got to be some place where you take and place that last place the cores. Or there might be one more left to get. I don't know. One more of those, because I have 3 cores right now. I don't. They were talking about watchers. This particular map has. Okay, now this is the only place where I can open this map. They have these symbols for Radamanth's Temple, Citra's Temple, and Durga's Temple. You know, they point out Devish, Kotar, and Nefer, and I'm 99% sure that I've killed everybody there. The big bosses. So, okay, so in the inventory you see there's 3 of these things. There's the 3 cores, right? For Radaman, Citra, and Naras? Wait a second. Ooh, I see. There is a 4th one. Because Durga, Citra, and Radamanth. On the other hand, Durga, Citra, and Radamanth. I haven't gotten Durga yet. That's what's going on. Yeah, I don't know where Naru is, wherever this is. I don't know how I got that, but there's got to be a 4th because they're pointing out one more core in I gotta go back to Citrus Temple. I messed this up. Wait, no. Which one do I have? Citra, Radamanth. I gotta go to Durga. I think. Yeah, all the way at the top right. I think I missed this. I've been to, what I thought I needed to go to actually was Meiosis, but I think I don't yet. Even though I explored that a bit. I've gotten confused. I gotta go back to Durga's temple. I think that'll be the one I'm looking for. Where is it? I don't know. Here's Meiosis, though. If I go back from that, I think that'll take me pretty close to Durga's. Assuming that the cores are there. I have no idea where I got Naru's then. This is at least a lead. I don't know if I've done everything next to the Durga stuff, except for getting the Meiosis. So, the way to go back... I think it's over here. I think this takes you back. Oh, if I could make it. I kept thinking I had a core for each of those areas with a crystal on it. And that was not the case. So now I'm... Oh, I gotta go rest at that one too. Okay, fine. Let me go over, use the portal again, rest at the Limbo Well, back in Meiosis, and then give that jump another shot. I guess I'd rest at this one too. I'll do both. That way if I die going through the portal somehow, then I've got another shot. This game is very friendly with checkpoints. I just keep ignoring them. I wish they would show the name as you go to port. There's a lot of little small things I could probably ask of this game. Not that the game is bad, it just... I would certainly consider it like a bit rough around the edges. Like, the parts that I appreciate of this game are so, like, experimental art project style. Like, I really feel... Every time I play this, I see something more... I see some more worlds and weird biomes and cool art and big scenes and stuff. And, the lore gets more and more interesting. And, you know... I definitely feel like that was the main focus of this game, and... It's not uncommon for games like this to be just a little bit rough. Oh, I just barely made it. To be honest, anytime I see a game that I effectively consider to be like an artsy game, I either hope the gameplay is super simple, or I'm on my guard. Because, you know, I feel like we've hit a threshold of, I don't know, this might be a little bit too arbitrary to say, oh no, I can't go back though like this? I need to go back. Maybe they didn't expect me to make a jump like that. I can go the other way, but this would have saved me time. This might be a little bit rough to say, and I may not be saying it exactly how I should. But with, well, I mean, this is an Unreal project, which kind of is interesting. Maybe it's Unreal has some tools that allow you to stay a little bit further away from doing a lot of code work. I don't know how robust that actually is. And I'm sure they have some technical staff of some sort, or some technical resource to do some of the heavy lifting. But with games like with engines like Unity or especially like Game Maker and stuff, Godot, RPG Maker, you can make games that may not run super well or may not be super elaborate, but you can make it work. And some of those games are really good. Like Undertale, Game Maker game. And some of them are, very nice looking, pretty games. Some of them are just have a really cool world and are very expressive or cool characters or whatever. But you can take those engines and do some things that don't need a lot of technical knowledge, but also are a lot more robust, and there is a cost to that. When you don't have somebody to do as many optimizations, when you don't have as many people to implement difficult yet worth having quality of life stuff, they become the types of games that are easier to put together. Not easy, so to speak, because these are all games, especially depending on the size of the staff and whatnot, or depending on the scope of the project. Like the world in this game is ridiculously big, so I wouldn't. If I were making this game, I would want like a very big wealth of technical experience that probably would not be too comfortable working on a Souls-like. Just to put it frankly, like Souls games are a risk. Like all games are gambling. All games are literally damn near throwing away money in terms of like the sort of how do you produce something that even makes a profit, let alone does well. Even AAA is a very careful gamble, and you could just as easily be throwing your money away. And that being said, you can certainly get a lot done if you have more of a design and art focus. It just may not run well, and it might be a little bit clunky, and it might be missing some details. And while this game has been pretty amazing for just looking at the world and the art, and the story is really cool, some stuff is just, either they ran out of time or blew out the scope or whatever. Oh, no problem, Kench. I'm kind of just running my mouth. I'm just thinking about things. But you see, there's a lot of little random things in this game that if you wanted to be super nitpicky about, like if you were many AAA devs, you would be like, nope, fix that texture seam there, smooth out the terrain, change these things around to make them a bit cleaner, or even stuff like this where the shadows are a little bit strange. There's lots of stuff you can get, lots of geometry that is either a little bit rough, or you can enter it or whatever, or there's lots of random clipping, and collision isn't quite perfect and everything, and even stuff like where you can and can't use the hoverboard thing is not extremely perfectly tuned. Like it generally doesn't matter at all, but if you were AAA and the standard for that is higher, then you would have to fix it. Stuff like that. Even things like when you teleport, the fact that it's weirdly slow, and then when you arrive, there's a slow, like there's a black like ground sprite or something that kind of fades into existence away from you. Just like stuff like that would get tuned. But like then you have like you're not necessarily going to get like scenes like this and the weirdest of the world. Like I kind of am back and forth between like, as even the performance, like this is not running well at all. But this is my machine should be handling this very well. It's just not. When you have I wonder if fighting to get the performance down, or the performance to the game to perform better, to get the frame rate up. Spending a lot of additional time cleaning up the world, having more spaces that actually have stuff in them rather than just like an item or two. Evaluating things like the distance between important landmarks or stuff that might direct the player or enemy encounters or whatever it ends up being, or even tweaking the height map so that you don't see so much stair stepping like this. And I've done this in games. I've had to fix and change this. Just so that the stuff looks good, or maybe you have people modeling additional stuff that you can kind of kit bash together to cover this up. I wonder if they spent so much time focusing on that, would the world not be as cool, especially for their resources, because there are kind of diminishing returns of like, it doesn't matter, or can you get caught up too much in that, or whatever it ends up being. Man, I want to get up there so much. This looks really interesting to me, and I haven't gotten to the other side of this. Oh, other things too, like the sound volume for things like your swing sounds tend to be really low. The hit impact for your swings is too loud. The boost on the hoverboard is way too loud. Some music gets extremely loud. The sound when you cast this particular spell is ridiculous, but it sounds cool. Like, I would love to play a version of this game that hopefully doesn't sacrifice anything artistically to make it a bit more polished, and maybe that's what their upcoming patch is going to do. I think this leads to Meiosis, I think. Somebody mentioned that a well-produced sequel to this game could be something special. I think I did that. I think I mentioned that. I don't know. Have you seen anybody else play this game? Oh, this goes to Durga's Temple, I think. But even things like just getting the big giant, these sort of looking like these look very much like the Cardinal Nexus, and they're just these weird like Borg cubes and stuff in the background. Their eye for making giant scenes look cool is great. Meiosis North. Wait a second, have I not been to Meiosis North? I swear I've been to Meiosis North. Let's find out. There's some things that also I think they should probably reevaluate. Like every time you die and Yaak has something to say, inability to skip dialogue even though you can repeat it, stuff like that. Lots and lots of little things. The fact that chunks of the UI you can interact with the D-pad, and chunks you can't. The fact that I can't unassign quick item slots. Let's go to one that is, and I can't. I can set it in quick access. I can't seem to go around to undo it. Little things like that. And I think I've already been here, yeah. I think there's a lot of players who are way more critical than I am, who would just not, they would get into this, 2 hours later they'd refund it because stuff like that. Even a lot of players complain about the camera, and I think the idea is good, and even games like Nier Automata do that. I think there's a lot of cases though where the best way to handle that camera change is to funnel the player into basically a 2D plane, so that you can't okay, so let's go back. If you're not in a big arena that you're fighting in, and it doesn't become like an overhead third person action RPG like Secret of Mana or something, then if you're only doing this for the platforming, it should just your only control should be left and right. You shouldn't be able to go up and down like that. knowing when to simplify some of those gameplay elements to the important parts and not let the player get tripped up by or confused or even explore the unimportant parts. Especially when there's nothing to gain. Like there, there's no benefit to exploration. There's no benefit to tinkering at that point. That sort of refinement, I think, they could probably benefit from. There's also some stuff that players who play a lot of other games be super wouldn't be super happy about, and I don't know how to address some of the other stuff. Like, for example, the fact that a lot of the world is very open and more about just experiencing the travel and looking at the scenery than combat. And I know a lot of players are not about that. I've refrained from reading any reviews of this game yet. I want to finish it, but I'm wondering, like, is this going to be one of those weird cult classics that a lot of people don't understand, and a lot of people initially kind of recoil away from? Like, what? I wasn't around for Demon Souls reviews. I remember playing it, but I got that one. I played Demon Souls at release, but I wasn't like hovering around like gaming communities and stuff trying to figure out what I or anybody else thought about it. Some other stuff too, like being able to zoom in on the map, having a much more clear facing direction indicator on the map. Like it's somewhat down into to the left, but it's hard to see. It's getting lost in the snow. And being somebody who had done UI for like 10 years, those are the things. It's like I start like my eyes zoom to, and I'm like, that should be fixed. Even personally, I'm the kind of person who would actually make the player indicator like animate in some way, or when you first enter the menu, call attention to it, because it's easy to miss. There's some other stuff as well. Like if I want to really nitpick and be super nitpicky about it, I would have PlayStation square button / Xbox X next to the mount prompt. So like otherwise you're any other game you'd probably be playing, you'd be pressing Xbox A over and over again or whatever, and couldn't necessarily figure why you can or can't get in. And other stuff as well, like maybe say like instead of having to hit Xbox Y to, or what button is it to get off this thing? Yeah, okay, that's fine. Can I switch items while I'm on this? No. Then I would want... Yeah, that's what it is. That's what I was thinking. I would want Xbox Y to also let you get off of this. I was thinking about that earlier. You can use Xbox X to get on, Xbox Y to summon it, Xbox X to get off. But if the item is selected, one of the things that you kind of... This is especially like a big UI UX thing. Any reasonable, foreseeable input that a player might try to get a result, even though it's more work, you kind of just want to make it happen. How do I get the... So, is Durga's Temple in Meiosis then? Maybe I went to Meiosis and never got to Durga's Temple. Hold on. I have... you're a demiurge. I want to see if I have anything from Durga. One thing they do that's nice though, and not a lot of UIs do, is if I hit up from here or down from here, you keep going, so you kind of have a you can scrub your entire inventory. That's a nice touch that not a lot of games do. And then you get to the end, and it doesn't advance anymore, but you go up, and that's a nice thing to have. So few games I've played have done that for grid menus. I actually wrote that into a grid menu for a project I've worked on. Rasmurovsky. Yeah. Not having any sort of separation for things like this, and not having any sort options, is kind of a bummer. I wonder how their UI's put together. Ooh, hello. Ooh, another Wonder. It's gonna be another Wanderer mask? Yeah. Have all these memorial shards somewhere. Kuta may know how to use it, but I don't think Kuta's ever told me what to do with it yet. I wonder if it's possible. Oh no. I wonder if it's possible that you need a certain amount of memorial shards to fix the world somewhere at the end. And Kuta will suddenly remember this once I get into Devesh and into Narayana. Okay, so Devesh is at the very top, and that supposedly is where is the old palace of the Forgotten King. And I think there's something I need to do there, but I can't get in there yet. I don't really even remember. I don't even have a clue of what it's going to be. Maybe like the biggest spat, the spookiest, baddest demiurges over there or something. The demiurges are basically your big world bosses, as far as I know so far. Oh no, that's not what I want. I don't want to fight these dudes. Do I have? I don't. I'm gonna put that stealth spell back on. Yeah, that one. The Ophidian Breath is just... It does alright damage. It's way too short range. It takes forever to cast. And it's super noisy, so I'm not gonna bother you guys with that. Is there a chest here? Did I already get it? Yeah, I got it. I thought that was one of those like teleporter platforms. There's a few that basically allow you to shortcut throughout the world, and where am I pointing? Am I pointing towards Kotar, not Citrus Temple? I want to get to Durga's Temple in Meiosis. It's got to be in Meiosis. I might browse around that area some more. I bet I somehow messed this up. I bet I got close to it and then... Oh, you know what it was? I got... I did fight that boss there. But I don't think that was Durga. Maybe I should review my old VODs and see. Pretty confident, actually. It can't have been Durga. So what I was going to mention earlier, though, is maybe I needed to find all the Wanderer masks. Or all the memory memorial shards. In order to... Oops, careful, don't go down there. I would need all the memorial shards for a good ending or something. Who knows? How far have I gotten so far? Oh, I'm going the wrong way. Because this takes me to the wrong side of a thing I wish I could navigate and I can't. There's that, like, big giant skate course that I can't get on. I can't make the jump. That one over there. That I think if I were able to go backwards across that skate course, yeah, if I could, then I think I could unlock the other side of that area next to Durga. Well, they say Myosa's north. Is there a Myosa's south? Oh crap, there is. It's hard to see, but at the bottom of that skate course, it looks like there's a road leading. Let me try that then. Let me try going to Myosa's south. Assuming I understand what I'm looking at. I'm really itching to get this game finished because I want to see what's at the end. I want to see what's up with the story. And like, it's clear that they're not going to tell me all the answers, but there's got to be some big juicy stuff at the end. I would think. So this area also should have a limbo area. Yeah, both of these. Yeah. Did I never activate the portal here? I don't think I did. Wait, can I? Is there a portal? Maybe you have to go through. Oh, you know what? That might be it. Maybe you have to go through this in order to get your full speed going. Well, I think some of the charm of the story is not knowing everything and having some very good theories. Like, I think they're intending for that to be the case. Like, it really feels like they're not going to give you everything. They're going to get you close enough to be confident about something. Alright, I've never ever been able to do this. I don't know if you even can. Yeah. Pretty confident I can't. Hey, Statsu. I've been streaming. Well, I started really late. I started at like 11, or I started at like 10. I'm trying to stream closer to. Well, my goal would be 8 or 8:30, but that's probably not happening. That's my pretend stream schedule that I've been trying to have for years now. You need to give enough to be satisfying, leave it open enough to want more. So far, they've had lots and lots of juicy hooks for stuff. This bit, I almost kind of feel like maybe if I don't use the boost, it's better. Ooh, careful. Wait, what happens if you just jump off of it while you're up there? You don't keep momentum at all. Yeah, you don't. Yeah, not even close. I'll give it one more try. It almost kind of feels like I need a... Maybe they give you like a flight ability at the end. Yeah, please. That particular thing has got to go. It's not contributing. I almost feel like they saw the messenger and added it last minute. I wonder what the actual what the, like, you know, there's no voice acting. It's hard to kind of gauge what they're intending for Yaak. Yeah, not even close. Everybody keeps asking that. It's actually, this is their release, but yes, it is. If you basically have to look at it as an experimental art project, because it is very rough. There's a lot of really cool stuff, but it is a big janky world. It's like Kenshi. Kenshi 1.0 is super janky, but Kenshi's great. Also, hey Zeke. Yeah, I can't get up there. But yeah, that's an extremely common question I keep getting, and I'm gonna have to probably make a little post Make like a bot command that explains my perspective on that. Because yeah, like this is definitely in like nowhere near the level of polish of like any other Souls like, and the ones that it is more polished are like uh, Necropolis, and Necropolis was had such good ideas and just couldn't make it work. Well, mostly the one core idea, which was to make a Souls roguelite. Yeah, I don't think I can get up here in any way. Just looking for like some side way to get around. Maybe you get into this via... Ah, no, but it really looks like... I wonder if you get... They do mention that this is like one of a series of these hoverboards. Maybe there's a better hoverboard that's like lighter, floatier. Yeah, because this one can't do it. Maybe you can get it souped up and move a little faster or something. Or get a like a jump ability. You know what? Can I... Is there any button that jumps for you? Oh, what? Wait, hold on a sec. What? When did this menu exist? What button is this? Can I undo? Oh, you can. It's here. You have to down on the D-pad. Down on the D-pad is what allows you to do it. That is so out there. I was trying to figure out how you get stuff off of quick access. And quick access is just, yeah, at any time down on the D-pad. Because yeah, and these are both the same menu as well. This isn't like later Souls games where they have a separate one, where they have basically like the toolbar one, or you have the hotbar one. I've been wanting to get this crap off of my... There we go. It's funny though that how this weird ass menu I've never seen in 20 and change hours happens to be the one. But just stuff like that. You know, it definitely has a lot of early access feel and a lot of early access lack of follow through and implementation with things. Have I never... Hold on a sec. Where is this? Have I just never been up there? On the Symphony of the Night looking castle? I think I got to Meiosis and just forgot about this. What is this? I don't know if I've been here or not. I am the kind of person who tends to stare at things and get totally caught up in not going in, so... Oh. But, yeah, like, if this was most any other game, especially of this size, this would be considered like alpha, like, you know, a feature complete maybe, but needing a lot of work. Wait, does this go out to anything? Does it prompt me with any like area names or anything? Usually they don't. No, okay. Yeah, oftentimes there are like there are... Can't get up there? There's areas that look like they're going into nowhere, but then they prompt you like you're now going, you know, keep going and you'll end up in such and such place. It's really weird, like, people ask me, like, should I play this game? And I'm like... I feel like this is a game that not a lot of people would appreciate, just because they have such different expectations, and there's a level of, like, completeness, that... robustness, I would say, that this game doesn't quite have. And a consistency of content. You know? But the moment you start... Yeah, oh, I remember. I think I know where I am. I think I got up here differently. Yeah, I can't... I'd have to go further up to get it. But there's an area where the... Is this scene change stuck? You hit a certain point... Oh, I think I broke it. You go high enough up in an area like that, and yeah, this looks like the area I was in before and got lost in. But this game is not structured or polished or fleshed out or built, you know, using a lot of what you would normally expect to make a game achieve what people would say to be completeness. But the stuff that's cool about the world and the lore and everything are basically big experimental art project stuff. You know, like the weird, jank, strange. Yeah, I've been here. I recognize this area now. I don't know if I ever finished this. Like mechanically, like gameplay-wise, this game doesn't do much. That is like, extremely impressive in any. You know, it's just it's a big world. It has basic Souls-like combat, whatever. Just the lore is interesting to me, and the weird large world with cool art and stuff, and the weirdly foreign kind of strange. You know, the fact that I'm climbing a mountain into a dusty sort of weird, bizarre world version of a town I'd gone through before. This actually is a. It's my understanding that it is a different. It's a different time of the same area, and I think less destroyed than it was in a different part of the map, if that makes any sense. Ooh. Big ones. I don't know how to parry these guys very well. Did I finish that sentence? What I was trying to say, though, like it's just if you're looking for a game that is weird and like refreshingly weird, but a little bit jank in one of the genres, you know, one of the sort of general genres that you'd like, it's like it's hard to fully qualify it as a Souls-like because most Souls-likes are, rather than being so open world, they're just a series of corridors. You know, they hide it extremely well. This game does not try to hide it, nor is it. Like, you can get lost in it. There's lots of random stuff to explore. How you traverse the world is extremely freeform. There's no, like... You could just as easily add climbing to this game, and nobody would bat an eye. You know, some of the terrain geometry is a little bit strange, and you just kind of do what you're doing. It isn't like, oh, I gotta... You know... There's no super straightforward, obvious, like weird, like jumping or climbing stuff you do. It's just, you know, can you get there? Well, there might be something there. Can I, you know, just give it a shot? The same way that like Kenshi is like, I don't know if I should fight those Bone Dogs. I don't know what I'm gonna fight them with. I don't know how I'm gonna get to this area, but I'm gonna try and see what happens. And just like in Kenshi, usually whatever weird exploration or getting lost or going to areas in different orders or whatever. Too early. It all just kind of pays off. At least you have, you know, usually it's either you have something interesting to look at, or there's a bunch of lore just in some place you didn't even know you can even get to in the first place. And there's something. Don't think I found any, like, secret bosses or anything, but I think I need to go over there. To the red glowy bit. Now, as far as you can tell, there also is a bit of direction on things. Like, there's a couple of, like, there's at least one gate that you can see. A big, not like in this area, but a big blue energy gate. And it does have like lead lines going out to the emitter things you got to take out, or power generators, or whatever they are. But this game is just so freaking weird. Did I turn? I turned away from it. I need to go over there. Getting so distracted by all these random items to pick up. I'm assuming that the big glowy deal is what I want. Oh, is that an MP? I know which one that one is, I think. Yeah, here we go. Here's something new. I don't remember what this character's name was. There's more than one? Oh, this is the bar from earlier that I couldn't get into. I was wandering around it. It's the same music. Okay, so I mentioned this earlier, how this whole town is basically like an alternate timeline version of a town you also see elsewhere in the game world. And in the which is earlier in the game. And when you get to it, it's all destroyed and messed up, and like parts of it are floating in space and stuff. And I think you're basically going from like, this is either a way earlier or way later version of the same town, extremely far across the map. Frankly, not much. It was magnificent, yet absolutely nothing happened. I retraced the roads overrun with mechanical carcasses that fall before standing back up again. I know some places where some danced while others died, but here, everyone dances and dies simultaneously. This is a grand symphony of rattles and pirouettes, of death spinning with the undead, with absolutely no regard for the laws of physics. And what about us two, Wonder? Who knows how many times we've met before? If you could see your face. I wonder if it's supposed to be him laughing instead, and not like a tut-tut kind of thing. Hey, Cannon, thanks for the raid. How was the rest of Loop Hero? Did you spin many, many times? I've never seen a mask with eyes so wide open. Forget it. I don't expect you to understand the logic of chaos on our third meeting. The two people you'll find here are interesting. The manager carries with him a powerful aura he weirdly shares with the entire place. The second guy has no idea what's happening right in front of him. I sense a flood of panic crashing and ebbing, like waves upon a crumbling cliff. If you were to ask me what I think, I would say someone, that someone being you, has to help him before he gets lost and dies of ignorance. You looped, then you wanted to rip your wing off because the chapter 2 boss was one hit from dying. Oh. Yeah, when I was playing the demo, I got to do more of that game. But when I was playing the demo, I got super greedy and just got dunked. Didn't know when to quit. But I do not intend to influence you. Do as you see fit, Wonder. Chaos is watching. Alright, talk to the manager first. Ramiel. Why, hello, Wonder. Make yourself comfortable, please. The situation is quite troubling. I would normally have sat you at the best table and offered you my highest quality hippocras and meads. However, we seem to find ourselves in the wrong place. Or in the wrong time. My bottles do not follow me this far. In any case, please know you can call me Ramiel, and you are safe here. Nothing unfortunate or hazardous will take place within these walls, open as they might be. That is a fact I guarantee. No matter where my establishment might be when I utter these words, even the shadows move differently here. Oh dear, Ellison, if you could see all this. Oh, you were still here. My apologies. I tend to get lost in contemplation of this improbable space. Can I get you a drink? Yes, give me a something. Okay, healing items. And that's... Okay, well, that's fine. I'll stock up. Give me just your finest mix of small stuff. Yeah. So this menu, I was talking about this earlier. I can't navigate this with the D-pad. You gotta do it with the stick. Just minor things. Also, you have no, like, your step height is so big, you don't fall in cases where you'd expect. Little minor. I'm not going to nitpick. This isn't a complaint. This is just, you know, this game focused on certain things and a lot of other stuff kind of went by the wayside. Now, the stuff that they focused on is really, really cool. But, you know, if you're... I think a lot of people had rebounded off of this game just because of people expected a way less free-form, way more constructed and tuned experience, and this is something different. Senhelm. I think I've seen that art before. Oh, hey. You don't drink? Well, good choice. I feel like I'm drinking sparkling water flavored with leftover booze. Have you talked to the waiter? This guy is amazing. Earlier, he told me his shop isn't normally here. Sometimes he's here, then somewhere else. Then he wakes up here again, and he doesn't care. I was a transporter before, for rare items. I go from palace to palace to ensure the relics of this world's... Well, ensure, not ensure. The relics of this world's greats traveled without issue. However, I always preferred inns to satin rooms the nobles would offer. So you see, even if it doesn't look like much here, it's the only place I've found that reminds me of something. Yeah, even with this weird manager, I sometimes feel like I've seen him before. You too, for that matter. Anyway, would you happen to have found anything that could tell where we are? I know it's stupid, but... forget it. Do you intend to stay in here much longer? So, okay, so... One of the things that kind of makes the lore in this game is this game is a bit tricky, lore-wise, is that the native language of the developers is French. And there's some stuff that the grammar is questionable, and I don't know if that's the flavor of the game or not. There's one line so far that's been untranslated. And one or two words so far. No, I can't get up there. I don't want to fall to my death, but I want to get up there. Don't know if I can make it or not. I want to get there. I don't know if I can. Oh, maybe I can. See that platform in the background there? I can see at least 4 of these triangular portals that I want to try to get to, and I don't know if I can. I don't see... Oh, there's one up there. Do I want to get that item, or do I want to get the portal? But yeah, to reiterate, this game is strange. It's, you know, it's sort of jank and missing some polish, and there's stuff that I'm not sure is even done or complete, and I guess to some degree it would be right to ask over and over again if the game's early access, and it's not. I think the game must have had a really troubled development cycle. How do I get up there? I may not be able to from here. The game had been in development for over 5 years. And I wonder, like, it was Kickstarter. I don't know if they had any additional funding on top of that. Strange it wasn't fully translated. And also, hey, Randolph, the games that I've worked on tend to have these very simple. Well, I know some localization is as simple as being done over like Excel, and you just pass an Excel spreadsheet back and forth, and that that can work. Excel spreadsheets don't they don't merge very like if you're submitting stuff to like a Perforce depot or whatever, then Excel files don't work super well. The games that I've worked on though tend to have like flat file like text files, and it's just like they're oftentimes it's just one string per line, and this is a super common thing, one string per line and just a key on the left, and then some manner of space or a tab or a hyphen or whatever, and then the result on the right. Also, lucky me, because this is active. Sometimes I'd have to go the other way. Are any of these active? Is the whole standard for PO files, which are commonly used for translation with tools like Poedit? I don't know if I've heard that before. But NuGet is not. You're killing me. Automod, stop. NuGet is a regular package thing. This one's not active. That one's active. What is this one? This one's active. Oh, so many of them are active. Where do these even go? Weird. Well, that activates this one. And that's close to the way into there. I've been in this. I don't remember where this is. Another way into meiosis, maybe? I don't know. Used for UI and open source projects. Is there like a quick wiki page / especially something that points out the format? Because it sounds very much like I wonder if maybe that's the format that I'm used to, and I just never knew it had a name. This one's active. That one's active. I gotta be careful not to get too carried away. Think it's plain text? I'm curious now. I gotta get a bead so I haven't been to this one, I don't think. No, these are all active because the platform is at the bottom. Usually they're at the top, but they're colored a different color to indicate you never hit them yet. I think the one to go where I'm trying to go back is over here. Oh no, this one isn't. I almost ran off. This one isn't active yet. There, that probably takes me closer to Devesh. Oh yeah, right on top of it. Yeah. Yeah, these go such a long distance too. But see this like round sprite and how slow it is and how it's like it takes so long to appear and stuff like that is a little strange in this game. Yeah, this isn't active yet. So somewhere in a straight line going that way, next to Durga's temple, is wherever the target is for this. Because they take you a straight line over, I can actually kind of see it in the distance. You can see a little dot, like towards the center of the screen, like right above, a little to the right of the character's head. Like I can probably put the character's head just under it. Yeah, that little dot is probably where I would land in order to get the portal that goes over there, or the teleporter. That one's unactive. Yeah, now I'm a little stuck because I gotta remember how to get back to where I started. This is close to Radamance. I need to go that way. think I'll go there from Devesh? Hope that one to my right is active, because otherwise I'm lost. It's not. Oh no. Crap. Cool. I'm gonna take a quick glance. I'm just curious. Oh. That is definitely not the format that I'm used to. Not even close. Alright, let me go back to the map real quick. Yeah, because I can't go over here, I gotta gamble on like which one of these takes me where I want to go. Try this one. I doubt the format that I use is a standard. I think it's just a really common thing from maybe like a lot of older devs use it. I mean, they're usually the sort of stuff that I work with is like some matter delimiter, like a dollar sign or whatever it ends up being, and then some sort of key, and then a tab, and then whatever it is. And it's just flat file, like plain ass text. Fuck, I went the wrong way, and I'm totally completely lost as to how do we get back. There must be a series of symbols. Yeah, if I go this way. I bet you this one points me closer. Yeah, then it goes to the Radamants. Yeah, I got it. And then I go... different rules for pluralization. Yeah, usually there's like token-related shit that happens for pluralization and similar stuff. The ones that I've used so far are not very robust. Yeah, this one takes me over there. Perfect. This one takes me closer to meiosis? Yeah, okay, I went here. Is that the floating one that I've been looking at? Yeah, it is. It's weird. Okay. That one goes... where does this go? Right, I need to go back. This one I think has the elevator at the top, so I don't think this is active yet. Well, takes me back to Radamant. So I have been to this one, and now I got to make sure I go closer to Durga. Yeah, let me not screw this up. Let me go back. This one takes me closer to meiosis. Okay, well these are open. I believe I'm trying to get to meiosis south, I think. Which, like, the entrance might be over there or something. I'm not sure. Still fascinated by how this is an open world but consistently plays like a platformer. Don't, what do you mean, though? Because don't most open world games play sort of platformy? Where does this go? Oh, this is the very beginning. Right, I remember this. This takes you into this area in the first place where you feel like you're ascending the stairs into the sky. Yeah. I doubt this is not. This is certainly not meiosis unless midway through it to the right takes you into meiosis. Yeah, I definitely get some Zelda Breath of the Wild vibes for this. It's just this game, unlike Breath of the Wild, is not as extremely hyper-focused on... Yeah, where would meiosis be from here? To the right? Go over there. In Breath of the Wild, though, you can climb anything, for one. And then second is that in Breath of the Wild, they lean very, very, very heavy on all the systems in the game. All the heat and cold and all the... you know, whether it's electricity or ice or fire mechanics and wind, and they rely on that. That is a core part of their gameplay. Where this game, the main focus of this game is basically exploring a weird world that doesn't give you a lot of direction, and the story. Was that a rolling attack? Do I never do any rolls and I never knew that? Yeah. Yeah, there's an unlocked rolling attack that I never use. You don't think vertical mobility is necessarily a platformer? Yeah, personally, like, just being able to jump, I don't think is being a platformer. I think the only platformy parts... Ooh, have I not been here before? The only platformy parts, as far as I'm concerned, are more so when the camera changes and there are a lot of open floating platforms and stuff. These guys are so much easier to kill now. Always think of platformers being limited. Opposite how to get from A to B. Yeah, in that case, like, this game is too freeform. I would say, like, the platforming is not extremely difficult. Can I assign? Ah, you can. So, okay. You even have an assignment menu here. Why am I not using this? Why have I not been using this the entire time? This menu I didn't discover until today. And it's been in the game for 22 hours of gameplay. Oh, now you're jumping down. Can I get in there? Nope. Yeah, what is this? Remember, be able to charge? Yeah. Oh yeah. So okay. So this menu. So the one I couldn't change was I couldn't change any quick slot items here. You can set stuff into your quick slot from here. But you can't undo. Like, for example, I go to this guy and it says it's already in quick access. I can't take it out from this menu. But I also had never seen this menu before. I guess I never hit down on the D-pad or never noticed them prompting me for it. But with this, you can very easily get stuff out of the way and put it back. And I don't know why I haven't been using this menu. Because I think... Oh, yeah, strangely enough. So, strangely enough, you can only assign items that... This is another one of those UI, UX things. You can only assign usable items via this menu, but they show non-usable items. Like, these keys and stuff shouldn't be here. What else is here? Ooh, item. Ooh, I need that. I need that to finish upgrading this weapon. Oh, I don't know what I did today. My left hand, between my index finger and my middle finger, is like weird, sort of like half, not quite raw, but just tired and maybe like not bruised. It just feels like maybe it feels like I got the space between my fingers caught in a door or something. Not by a lot, just a little bit. And playing Souls games of any sort, anything Souls-like in controls, tends to make me feel that when that space is just it's in use. So if somehow I manage to make all my hands, I'm gonna notice. I wonder what I did. I didn't do anything strenuous today. I did jump on that elliptical I just bought for a couple minutes. I want to see if I can. Okay, can I parry this? I can't see your swings coming. Yeah, I can. Well, if you're not gonna hit me. Oh, now you can use your. Oh, I can't hit you now. Oh, that's great. Damn it. Yeah, I couldn't riposte though because both of us are vertically challenged, I guess. Hey, Tony. There's a complete mismatch in our positions. This might be the same one. Oh, you can backstab big dudes. Okay. There's like no indicator whatsoever. The essence receive stuff basically is like, if an enemy kills you, you have to do a certain amount of damage to it in order to get your essence back, like to get your souls back. It's very much like Salt and Sanctuary, but there's no like visual indicator for it all. It just kind of happens. And I only noticed that it was a thing while fighting a particular boss. Does this take me to Meiosis? No, this is the way back. Oh, this thing? Oh, you know, yeah, the salt bat, right. That you're pointing out the glowy dude. Yeah, I forgot that it was what it was called. I couldn't remember. So the bosses don't have the bat. Yeah. The bosses just they glow and they hold your souls, and they have a little on the boss health bar. It just does the little marker to tell you where you got to be. I forgot about all that. Yeah. Another thing I forgot about actually was that I have 2 co-op playthroughs queued up, and I totally forgot. Sign of the Whale? I'll be doing old piece of wood with letters clumsily carved into it. Only the word whale seems to have survived the weather. Strange, fragmented remains of a lost time. I don't have a use for it. I can't activate it. I don't know where it goes. Well, actually, you know what? Never mind. Because one dude was the dude at the bar was asking for something like this. Oh well, I can just walk over and say hello then. Oh, I wonder if can I look at the map from here? That's not towards Meiosis at all. Does this lead anywhere? What is this? Radiant Essence and nothing. Okay. So I had Risk of Rain 2 that I need to get around to with Canon. And I've been just slacking on, like, I missed a couple streams today, or this week, and I would have been able to get around to starting up Risk of Rain 2 just to see to do a quick playthrough, do like a run or two, and then hook up with Canon. The other game is Salt and Sanctuary, because I've played it. I've played a good few playthroughs. I haven't played it in a while, but Murdy wanted to do was interested in doing co-op with that game because Parsec makes it work. Show him this. There we go. See, show him the side of the whale. No, this looks nothing like the Akbar I know. Yeah, I did fall asleep with the whale, I think. Next to this girl. I must be dreaming. That must be it. But dreams don't look like this. How could I remember? The girl was talking about that thing she carried. That must be it. What was it? What was it? This feeling. My body's getting numb and my tired eyes are ready to open, even though they're not closed. Wonder what's happening. I think I'm... Oh. Sorry. Oh, wait a second, wait a moment. There was speculation, I was speculating early on that this game was Matrix-esque, and somehow you're basically trapped on the other side, whatever that actually means. Whether it's theoretically a computer simulation, whether it's the equivalent to the backyard in like Guilty Gear, where you're sort of on the astral plane, so to speak, and everyone's getting, like, people are getting stuck there, or you're in like a dream state or thought space or something. It hasn't been fully explained yet, but I wonder if jarring a character's memories, like once they fully remember, they go back. Like jogging their memory. Our friend Senholm seems to have vacated. Did you contribute in any way? If so, congratulations. I, for one, have not yet been able to control my comings and goings to this side of the world. But do not worry, for I enjoy the occasional psychedelic little jaunt. The Shantak seems like it wishes to remain here a bit longer. Is there a chance my inn manifested to be your sanctuary, wanderer? Shantak. Who knows which laws control the shadows around here? What if you're the only one who is unplugged? What if I'm the last person to be plugged in? Okay. That might explain this character, then. Ace might be something like... Well, the only character who seems to talk more towards being like an outside influence to whatever this is. This world, but it's so unexplained so far. Could be caretakers. I don't know if it's AI or not. I don't know if it's these are literally demons or what. I don't know if they're if this is an AI world, like a computer world, or if this is a demon world, or if this is astral plane or thought space or what. What direction? Meiosis is this way. It would be interesting then. I gotta go to Bhakti and all the other ones then. If getting all the memories back. I have seen and unlocked some memories relating to Bhakti and the other characters. I gotta trace my steps around here and see if, did I pass by anything that resembles, like, an opening or a portal to Meiosis? Like, I don't know if there's just, like, a bridge to it, or Meiosis North is the only one you go to, or what? I feel like there's an alternate way in. Just for the hell of it, I'm gonna jump in the fire and see if it damages it or kills me or nothing. Okay. To some degree, they kind of present this game, this world, like it might be some sort of purgatory. Like some of the story kind of makes me think that they're rebooting the world and they need to run through cycles before it's complete. Like they're trying to, sort of like Matrix did that kind of thing where they're basically trying to iterate until they get to their perfect world. Otherwise, it keeps imploding over and over again. And it's just not clear, not yet. I want to get closer to about there, or here. Well, no. If I go a little bit forward and around... What, the art for it? Or the this one? Or like this one? I tend to be the kind of person who's not like super into mystery meat navigation. But, you know, a lot of what you see in, like, development of things is, like, art and technical stuff, art and design are usually... Are you already dead? Oh, no. You're just... I guess if the shield is up. Art and technical are usually, like, always at odds. Oh, if I can get up there. Can't damage it. Oh, there we go. Now I got up. Well, yeah. Good enough. Jesus system. I could probably step on that too, yeah. Here we go. I can't do anything with this though. Oh well, I tried. This is such a strange area that's like tricky to navigate. Also, like with this game, there is never a definitive answer for like what the right path is. There is no right. It's just whatever gets you there. And the question ends up more so being, where do I want to go? Where's the right way? Not how do I get there? Have I been to this outside area? I think this leads to that. No, is this the other way to my? Is this? Hold on. No, I'm somewhere else. Oh, dude, Absolver's map is so jank. Absolver's map almost gives me motion sickness. Yeah, damn it, this is just the path back down, I think. Yeah. Absolver's map is almost non-Euclidean, it's so confusing. This is new. See, at least they give you good stuff for wandering around and getting lost. Yeah, another wanderer too. The strange thing, which is kind of interesting, is they say Wanderer's Mask over and over and over again. But I wonder if they're all your mask. What do they look like? They look pretty close to yours. The mute wanderer, touched within his soul, once again closes his eyes. His mind is pulled from his body and disappears as a wave along the water fades to black. Mask stares at you with round eyes. Yeah, I wonder if this is your own mask, and I've been selling it over and over again. And the memorial shards are important, and they're your memories. And that's why they tell you that Kuta might know what to do with them, because maybe Kuta could jam them back into your head and give you some lore. What was it, old PC game that did Portals before Portal? Well, I mean, Narbacular Drop was the prior game that those developers had made. I don't... Yeah. Oh, what was the other thing? FES with the map, where the map is non-Euclidean. There is a game that I've been made aware of that is quite a trip, and I want to try it out, but I also am worried that I'm too bad at FPSs. It's a multiplayer. It's a small 4-player multiplayer FPS, but the map is very interesting. Let me get the name of it. I may be playing it at some point. It's called... I don't know, hold on. Space Flux. Here we go. Please don't immediately play music. Good. And, there's a bunch of different ways that the map works. Some of them basically have the map where you can jump into the map within the map. Like it's got a somewhere central on the map has a smaller copy of the map, and you jump into it and you arrive back on the same map. Another one has the map like looping. Yeah, it's fractal, yeah. Another one I don't remember. There's some weird stuff, like you can shoot people from across your current map space, and it is wild. And I'm so bad at FPS games that I'm worried that I might not be able to appreciate it, but it looks cool and I want to try it anyways. They have a few different guns. It looks like they have some meme guns as well as some real guns. They have something that was like shooting couches, like a couch shooting another couch. Then they have like regular like shooty guns, and then they have other stuff. I don't know how any of it works, but I think getting good with manipulating the weird portal stuff is probably going to be way important than being good at shooting. Like, the last FPS I was any good at ages ago was Counter-Strike, but not even Counter-Strike Source. I shouldn't have rested here. Oh well. Enemies are going to respawn and bother me as I go. I played Counter-Strike up to 1.6, but I mostly played like 5.6, like beta 5.6 up until like 7-ish. Before Counter-Strike Go and stuff. Before Counter-Strike Source. Or not Source, Counter-Strike Steam Edition or whatever. Well before Source, I think. I'm stuck trying to remember what the even... what even variants of Counter-Strike existed, because I played it like back when it was like super jank. It's super old. You know, before they had client-side weapon prediction and stuff. Yeah, I guess that might be the name of it. Game your older brother played, 1.5 to 6. Yeah, I think I ended around 1.6 or something. I didn't even play much after about beta 7. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to comp it. I might have to just go back to Meiosis and then try to go around. That seems like the productive option, because this is getting nowhere. Use this fancy map, this fancy thing. Can I use items from this menu? No. That's the trick. I'm gonna grab Diablo 2 Remastered when it comes out. I don't know. I'm still put off by Blizzard being Blizzard. Can talk to Kuta right now. I don't know. It's like, it's hard to respect. I don't want to support corporate Blizzard, but I liked Diablo 2, but I'm not excited enough to go back and play it, or at least I don't know if I'm gonna. Don't have the key yet. Okay. I don't know if I'm gonna... I don't know. It's unlikely, but I might be watching it and seeing how I feel. Oh, let me upgrade my sword real quick. This one. And it's maxed. With big damage. That's all I can do, though. I don't think I have any of the items to, Nope. Yeah. So, yeah. Kuta has no idea what to do with the memorial fragments yet. Kuta could just sell me more of the same items I've already got. Or no, actually, they can't. Because they're out of stock. Okay, well... I can't forge anything. I can't, like, forge my memories back, can I? Craft them back? Nah. Only make more of the same items I've already... I'm mostly well-stocked with. Okay. Path of Exile supports the D2 devs. I don't know, actually. I know Path of Exile felt very much. New spells? No. Okay. Path of Exile feels very Diablo 2 with a different coat of paint. Like a different art style, but the art feel and presence is very much like Diablo 2. Darker, grittier. I don't know if I like... I think their technical execution on their art is good. The style that they've chosen, I don't know if it appeals to me. Or it's so weird. It's like saying you like high-res World of Warcraft style, but you don't like Lords of Exile. Or hold on, not Lords of Exile. I'm totally blanking now on the name of the game I'm thinking about. What was the name of the game that came out that looked like, that had Warcraft art style, that was a Souls-like? Why am I blanking on this? Lords of the Fallen, right? Yeah. Some portion of me just got scrambled and I just couldn't figure it out. Let me go back to Meiosis before I forget. Okay. But yeah, it's like saying you like the big pauldrony, sort of like offshoot of StarCraft style, the Warcraftiest Blizzard art style, And saying you like that cranked up to the highest resolution possible, but you don't like Lords of the Fallen. It's similar in that like the technical quality is there, the style is similar, but it's missing some oomph to it. And Path of Exile doesn't have what Diablo 2 had with its art. That particular personality. Yeah, I know they're making a sequel. And the first one was okay, it wasn't amazing. But like it had some good ideas. Like I kept saying over and over again that I want to see what happens if they make a new one. I'm gonna be there to check it out. Like the Surge didn't really appeal to me at all. I just didn't see anything in it that really got me on board. It seemed to work, and they made a second one. Their production values were fine too, so it really wasn't. It wasn't about that. It was just the gameplay didn't quite match what I was looking for. Hated the Surge. Did you like Lords of the Fallen? You just rocketed me in the face. Oh, I did open this up, yeah. Yeah, so now... Not very, you only played about 20 minutes. Yeah, it was consistently okay the entire way through. And a couple things were pretty cool about it, like the big old scythe you can get was cool, like for cleric builds. And the perfect timing system for combat was cool. The way that they handled like rolls, well, where your iframes are on a roll was really good. The way they handled heavy builds was kind of cool. The weapons, the super heavy weapons, were satisfying, even though a bit slow. They just have such amazing, like, enormous clunk, like a proper like clonk sound to them. The weight is good, even though they're slow. The bosses in the story sucked. I can't beat around the bush with that. Like, they just weren't fun. Like, 1 or 2 were alright. The commander boss was atrocious, and the final boss was terrible. It was almost like the execution was generally pretty good, and the aesthetic was generally coherent and like tuned and like it needed. I felt like they had generally good technical chops and capable artists and stuff, and they needed to throw out the story, throw out the art design, and just tweak up the gameplay design a bit. Like it generally worked. It just didn't quite get for me. It was hard to blame it on a technical, like an objective level. There's some stuff that I think they did things well that would only appeal to certain people. It's almost like they designed competently for the wrong target audience. With like weapon weights, where the story was going, with lots of stuff like that. And so going back to kind of TLDR, like I feel like it was a competent team that needed better design and art direction and lore direction. What am I looking for? Oh, here we go. There's that fragment I wanted. Okay, so I can actually check this out now. I can get some more lore. I have discovered something, although I do not know if my mind can handle such knowledge, or if I am already doomed to inescapable madness. I feel myself slipping, as if the floor, no, the entire planet was crumbling under my feet, ready to drop me down into the infinite chasm of the void. I am losing my senses. This memoriam shall be my last. Is this from Ibon? Down the furthest depths of the network, there are antic sectors hiding in numeric darkness no one is meant to explore. The only way to get there is through the use of a cardinal key to the cardinal nexus. I have these, and I shall overcome the challenges and pains that were necessary for me to acquire this artifact. Those mean nothing in comparison to the metaphysical terror I find myself facing now. I shall overcome these visions of vertiginous digital temples, of non-Euclidean fortresses inset within other structures that would shatter the boundaries of anyone's imagination, endless libraries and archives sheltering the knowledge of millennia, of lost civilizations, of future existence. Their barbaric and impious knowledge is watched over by nightmarish creatures, distorted specters torn away from time itself. I survive long enough to gaze into the Tesseract. Inside Ibon's heart, I have seen the face of truth. Our ideals are pathetic. Our dreams are abject. The knowledge and progress we have pursued for so long are but chimeras leading us to absolute terror. The future is dead and its ghosts reign over us. Everything is red. I very much like this. This particular piece right here is great lore. I don't fancy myself in like any sort of special, well-read intellectual, but I just like how that was written out. I'm not extremely well-read. I don't read as much as I should. And there's probably plenty of fantastic passages that are, you know... I'm not gonna sell myself as some sort of, person who would recognize greatness, but I certainly enjoyed that. Right, I can never get into the map, but I want to check the map. That over there is. I've already been to that. I think that was where that one boss was. Yeah, maybe I can go back. I wonder if Bhakti is still over there. Do you have something new to say to me? I cannot remember if we ever got proof, but he seems so sure. Yeah, I doubt I can get into this either. This is just a shrine to that character. Well, it looks very much like not a Praetorian. Oh, you know what? I kind of recognize you. Kind of look like the commander that was... No, Bhakti, not Bhakti. This one. Bakhti. It would be cool to see one of the Souls lore masters put this together. Oh, also, as you go, whenever you get any of these memoriams, you get all they all get stored here. I don't know if this is the entirety of how many there are. If that is the case, then there's so much more I'm missing. Let me go back. Just want to take a quick look and see. I want to go over there. Back to the big red spot. Toady, I've been chugging so much water today, I'm going to pee myself. I need to probably take a break soon and hit the restroom. Oh, is the wall here, even though I dispelled it, they won't let me through? Yeah. I had to go through the main entrance over here. I think this is it, right? Yeah. I don't even know what that means. I'm not even sure how to pronounce that. I know if I jump down there, I can't get out. But I also can't get up here either. Oop. Careful. Is that what happens when you hold it in too long and something happens? You get like a... I don't know if it's a real thing, but I know in Seinfeld they were saying uromycetitis poisoning. Dr. Mann says they need too much water. Oh, is that what the... oh my god. So there was a... well, too much of that. A long while ago, this radio show got in trouble because a woman died for a... Back when the Nintendo Wii was popular, and it had just come out, it was all, you know, hype abound, right? It was everywhere. There was a contest that was held called "Hold Your Wii for a Wii." You know, as contests are wont to be, and this woman held it in as long as she could, and I think she may have even won the contest, and then, you know, died. Because, you know, these things, they happen. Oh, it's completely awful, yeah. I went the wrong way again. Don't remember how to get in there. I went there, I beat the boss there. Instead of Galaxy 2. Galaxy 2, I didn't finish even. I didn't really like it. I was upset. I was extremely upset, basically, that they reduced Galaxy. I might have finished Galaxy 2, actually. I think I played it, and I was upset as I was playing it or something. Maybe I did finish it. I think I might have just been really huffy-puffy about it. Where's the... Here we go, this one. Oh, not that one, actually. Other one. I want the green one. I keep getting these confused. I didn't like... Galaxy 2 did this thing where they made it super storybook and super charming. Galaxy 2 kind of threw it away, and I also really liked... I liked the hub world, and I liked all of that. And the very beginning of Galaxy 1 did this thing where they have this awesome music and the awesome startup in the game. You're like chasing these like little rabbit things, and the gameplay doesn't really mean so much. It's not super important. Maybe there's a metaphor that I'm not smart enough to get. But the music and the atmosphere of that moment as they lead you into this wondrous presentation is so great. And I'm just never gonna forget that how good that presentation was. I need to get there. Which means I need to get up here. That's what's going on. Oh, I had to do that. I had to do this to me. Alright, well. One way or another, I'm going back to a limbo well. Hey, thanks for the follow. You know, funny, the few seconds before you followed, I was thinking, oh man, like, people must be getting frustrated that I'm not getting anywhere. Like, I've been wandering around and speculating and discussing games and trying to figure out the story for this game, and no idea where I have no concept of, like, where I'm supposed to be here. I'd like to get back to the red area, though. where I fought the one really cool. Well, the bosses are pretty standard, but and in fact, the boss is like an easier version of one of the other Cardinal Nexus bosses. But the environment for fighting the boss is really, really cool. Oh, it's literally up here like this. But I was thinking, I wonder if anybody is enjoying this at all, just for it being so. This is it. Yeah, yeah. For being as lost as I tend to be. And then I was thinking, oh no, anybody catching this VOD on YouTube, at least they could scrub forward, I guess. If I could get that over there in the background, that little triangle of stuff, looks like something I should be able to get to. Sorry, my hands are a bit greasy today. I opened my windows and it got really warm, and now I'm like slipping on the controller a bit. Well, not only warm, the humidity in my apartment seems to be way higher than normal. It was getting ready to rain before I closed the windows. I wanted to air out my place because some people came over to. I had hired a small crew of movers. Oh no. Okay, we're good. We're good. I had hired a small crew of movers in order to get. I bought a. Well, I should probably start from the beginning. I bought an elliptical from a coworker, and I hired some movers to move it so that I didn't have to. And whenever there's people, the few cases under any circumstances that anybody's been in my apartment, you know, for maintenance or whatever, which is like twice, I tend to leave the windows open so that stuff circulates out. And, you know, obviously I'm wearing a mask the entire time as well. And staying the hell away from people as much as I can. And as much as I'm enjoying the fresh air, it's a little soupy. This air is a little bit soupy. Apocryphal Nexus. I've been to like 3 Cardinal Nexuses so far, and just one of these. Maybe I forgot an object at the end of this. Oh, I know what it was. You know what I think? I might have. I thought I got the sword here. This particular, the bigger one, the giant greatsword one. I fought the boss here. They didn't kick me out. But I do remember one thing in particular is I don't know if after fighting the boss, I think I got scared away. I don't know if I ever went the entire way out here or not. There's nothing on the pedestal over there, so I must have picked up the weapon and stuff. Did I pick up the weapon and run? Did I not do this? No. No, I got the object. Probably another one of the, you know, the cores. I don't even remember which one it was. It probably was Ranimance. Or no. I don't know. It's another question I gotta answer. I can't remember which one is which. No, they're all swords. They're all pretty similar too. I don't think I can get up from here. Yeah, okay. The 2 most distinct ones so far are like the one that I'm using right now and the base one. Everything else is a very similar moveset. This one at least has a different strong attack, and the regular attack has a more of a spin combo to it. Like, and the heavy attack is more chop. Where like with this one, it's more like a repeating kind of back and forth deal with like one spin, and then you're well, I guess this is also a chop, but your charging one's different, yeah. No, huh? No, I guess they're about the same moveset, just different speeds and way longer range. You look at the difference between the length and these things. And then the smallest one is like this one. which is damn near a dagger. Little baby one. Much, much faster. I thought they had different movesets. They don't. Except for the additional spins. I think they just wanted to have some variety for players who have, like, you know, they prefer one thing or the other. Oh, I can't move. I can't move too far back here, I guess. I wanted to see, like, can I don't know if I can jump that. Just trying to get a beat on, like, where, if there's anything special around here. This probably goes nowhere. This could very well kill me if I walk down far enough. There could be like a death plane. I could get down to the bottom here and I die. No. Oh man, this is my last. Well, okay, so there are some items down here. Another wanderer, a mask and a memorial shard. Yeah. The only memoriams in this game are the ones that they require Ibon fragments, and I don't know if they're specifically parts of Ibon at this point, or something that they have left, or just the keys to unlock knowledge. Maybe Ibon has dissolved into thought space and now is like a part of it. And if you give fragments back, maybe Ibon will reform at some point, and Ibon is trading knowledge, the only thing that they have to offer. What if that's the Matrix? I don't know. I'm definitely lost story-wise for sure. 100%. I want to know. I want to find out. I don't... Oh no, I missed the second jump. Oh, well. Guess it doesn't really... doesn't accomplish much, but... I guess that's fine. I wonder what the average playtime for this game is, especially for people who know what they're doing or remember some lost plot thread I probably forgot. Man, if this isn't it, I feel like maybe I'm missing Durga's core. Assuming I shouldn't have already gotten it. Sorry for all the random Absolver questions. Is there any other way to get the other styles besides joining a school? No. You basically get one style, and the only other one you can get easily, quickly, well, sort of quickly, is Stagger style, because at least Stagger style you don't need to be online for. Well, Phajin you get from Combat Trial, or not from Combat Trials. You get them from Phajin. You get from you get unlocked from Downfall. I wonder if all this over here is something, and I just missed it. Is that something? This big structure over here. Google the school for it? You know. There's no wrong way to eat an Absolver. Just the same way as, like, however you get anywhere in this game. However you get there is the way it works, because there's like very clearly no distinct preferred path through the game. As best as I can tell. really wish I hadn't turned off that, or had missed that elevator. There's an elevator right over there. Okay, hold on. I know where I needed to be then, and I missed it. The elevator to get over there is... There's a... I don't think this is it. Hold on. Is there another meiosis entrance? No, this is the same one I've been at. Is this the... Hold on a sec. Is this the one... Is this the one that's right next to... I'm so confused. Wasn't the entrance normally right next to the Temple of Nod looking thing? I guess not. Don't really have any interest in Windfall or the other one that isn't staggered. Forsaken. Forsaken is a good starter one. The super meta people will tell you that it's bad to use, and it's like... It does... As far as I can tell, it does eventually fall short at some top-end skill level or whatever. But... Most people will be able to decide, or they'll bail from Absolver way sooner than that'll matter. It's the one, yeah, it's the one where you basically have like quick parries, left to right parries. Crap. The funny thing is I recognize where I wanted to go. Windfall is the one where you do the swoopy dodges. You basically can jump, duck, or dodge left or the right. I mean, I know that all the Absolver purists are gonna complain that I'm super oversimplifying that. There's a Temple of Nod thing. So the funny thing is, in that little process that I, like that little bit of exploration I did, I've lost track of where that elevator is. That takes me back to the beginning. It's like, it's not there, because that's the other one. It's over there. It should be over there. That's where the elevator goes down. I gotta get to the top of this thing again. The Windfall thing sounds neat. It's I think it's probably in the right hands. I don't know. I know people are gonna be all contrarian about it. But in the right hands, Windfall is really, really, really good. It's really difficult to use. Cult, I think, is also hard to use, and I think it's kind of up and down of whether or not it's great. I think Cult demands a build that's a very specific build style in order to make it work. So does Stagger. I don't know. They all have things that they cover that you want to ditch abilities that don't cover. If that makes any sense. Like you want to ditch move, like certain moves synergize better or worse because the moves that you choose kind of fill the gaps. Well, Tony, you've been playing the PS4 version, right? Or are you playing the PC version? Or more specifically, are you streaming it ever, or are you ever in a chat space? Because that's, I think, the qualifier for whether or not you're going to have a good time. Like, just playing with randos just out in space, like in the game, with no chat, you'll have a fine time. Because once people come in and are upset that you're not playing the game how they want, and they think that not playing the game how they want pollutes the game in some way and turns away new players. Like, they're sort of the... That's where okay, the elevator should be over here. Yeah, I got it. I finally freaking noticed it. I've been here, and this is the way back, and I've totally been missing this. I finally got this freaking elevator. What was I going to say? Okay, so a lot of communities that get super intensely passionate about the games they play, they can't even perceive what's going on, but they end up turning players away. And one of the better descriptions for it is, you can hold the world in the palm of your hands if you'd only unclench your fist. And I feel like there's a lot of super hardcore players for Absolver who have bound themselves together in a community that aren't comfortable enough to let players grow and communicate amongst themselves and share their experiences, good or bad. It's to their liking, and they're so adamant about making sure that the experiences that, like, so the players who have gotten super deep rooted in the game, they're so extremely invested in ensuring that their experience, the part that they got super invested in, that they feel deeply about, that only that must exist because it must be preserved, that they end up turning away a lot of new players. And that's kind of how communities end up dead. Is this it? Is this how you get up here? Not really a right or wrong answer here. I have been to this, though, right? Yeah. Is this one still active? Probably not. No. You have yet to do a combat trial? What, did you say you were on PC? I don't remember what you were on. I know, who picked it up? Who else picked it up recently? PS4. Tony, what's your Twitter username? I think I'm getting confused. I don't know what just happened. Oh, you're that one. Okay. Okay, I kept thinking you were Star Schultz. Because you're... and I wasn't going to say it. Yeah. I thought that person on Twitter was Star Schultz. Damn it. And I was like... Yeah. But I thought Star Schultz had a different... I thought Star Schultz was just using either Star Schultz or Minecrafty or Crafty Crafter or something like that. I'm getting so confused now. When there's, like, I'm sitting there trying to piece together based on my interactions with people, like, what? Alright, I don't recognize which name you're using on Twitter versus your Twitch or whatever. Like, who might you be? And I'm sitting there trying to figure it out. It's easy to get confused because I have, like, nothing that tells me who everybody is. Is it up here? Is that a gap? I can jump this. Yeah, you beat Ryzen. Okay, yeah. Sorry, I hope that doesn't make me super insensitive, or maybe I should have figured this one out sooner or something. I'm not the brightest when it comes to connecting, like, disparate information. You said you had poop socked it or something, right? Hit me up on Discord sometime after the stream. Do you have a PC that can even run it, by the way? I think that's the entrance. The PC, your computer's in a different state. I don't know if I should try to get out the way I came in. Well, this is the only other way out, I think, based on like I want to get over there. I just can't. Is this gonna be? I'm gonna wander out through there and see what it takes me to. If I can even make it over there. Probably sleeping soon. There's one on my... If you look at my Twitter, there's like a link to my website, as well as... I think there's a Discord link as well. The channel panels below the stream, link to it. The chatbot has it. Oh, my About page on Twitch has it, right. They ask you to put all the links over there now. I mean, it's everywhere. I think this is just the way back. This is the gate I opened up from the other side. Or probably from this side, yeah. Popped it open like that. Some of the lore that you're given earlier suggests that those characters are some sort of AI machine enemies, and that makes you wonder then if that is the case, that this is all a non-real space, like a matrix of some sort. Yeah, I definitely want to play with more people from the community for sure, 100%. Like if I can get the entirety of my community to play Absolver, I would be playing Absolver on a regular basis. I just want more than the same person to fight for hours on end. And, you know, not like the super try-hard people who let you play the way you like and call you scrub and don't, you know, they will accept you not, like, if you take their advice, then you can't play the game, they're going to yell at you and stuff. And they're going to sit there and backseat you and talk shit about how you play. I don't want that. I already had that experience. I'm done with it. That's why I keep saying if I was a bigger streamer, I would be streaming a lot of Absolver on a regular basis. Because I'm fine with being bad. I'm fine with being non-standard. I don't want to hear anything about people telling me what to do. Because that's not how I stay interested in games. I stay interested in games by tinkering with it on my own, even to the point of frustration, even getting lost, spending all this time doubting and wondering, and then eventually coming up with what works for me. And I don't care if I come to the same solution or a different solution as the tryhards who are yelling at me for not playing the way they like. And that's, yeah, Tony, that's the other thing. Like, of the tryhards, there's plenty that I can beat and not have a problem with, and there's going to be some people who are so well versed in the game that I'll never touch them. Especially because I'm not the person poop socking it, playing it 40 hours a week. You know, like there is a certain point where even if you're smart, even if you learn quick, people who play nonstop and that's their only game, they're either going to forever be ahead of you or take so long to catch up that, or be able to spend time labbing against what you do to where you'll never really be able to do anything anyways. It's just kind of, that's where you choose, you invest or don't. Where am I going with this? But one way or another, like, having people to play against who at least don't stomp you so hard you can't tell what's going on, that's definitely the way to go. Like, two people playing roughly the same skill level and slowly leveling up themselves together, I think, is the best way to go. Is a community at that point where you're going to combat trials? Well, I've been entirely from the perspective of like watching PC, and PC communities tend to be more willing to eat themselves. I mean, that's kind of the quicker, franker way to say it. Of like, PC communities will cannibalize and destroy themselves and implode way sooner for games like that. Console communities don't as much, usually because the communication is either, well, it's usually both. It's usually a bit more moderated and a bit more curated and a bit more possible or a bit less possible and a bit more moderated on console, and a bit more possible and a lot less moderated on PC. And the PC players tend to be more, not necessarily better, but more emotionally invested in a technical way. Like they are more organized into communities and much more able to form echo chambers and stuff like that. Even though I prefer playing on PC just because I don't want to run games at 30 FPS anymore if I can avoid it. I think the PS4 community is probably a lot better. Same thing with Xbox. And combat trials run at 60. And if I had the patience to grind moves at 30 FPS out of combat trials, I could see myself, oh, you're here. I think you might have already been there, though. If I had the patience to grind out learning moves, I would probably give a shot at PS4 combat trials because they're 60 FPS. And that was why I was wondering if on Xbox One, Tex-Mex, Special Sauce, whatever it is, and PS5, if they had 60 FPS everywhere, because then that's more reason to try to get a PS5. And what is reality after all? What lies beyond our senses, beyond our masks? We might finally agree on the fact that no relativity ever truly manifests here. Things simply are, and nothing ever permanently affects them. They revert to their proper places under the spell of some small gravitational pull that my mind cannot quite comprehend. And what are those masks that cover the eyes of us all, no matter where we originally came from? Are they protection against the impossible physics of these disintegrated lands, or some sort of constraint on consciousness? One that would trap our brains and imprison our memories. One lets us wander within a dream we could never hope to understand. We'd be lost in the face of a quantum equation we knew the solution to aeons ago, but never could recall. They might well be our own personal horizons of events. I'm gonna just nod. Ah, thanks. See? You can do it. I didn't want to be rude, but I was starting to wonder about your intellectual competence. Hey. I felt like I was being followed by a warrior full of charisma and mystery, but so incredibly dumb. Hey, come on now. I admit that it bothered me when compared to my usual acquaintances. Who are your usual acquaintances? Oh, I found this, by the way. Take it. I wouldn't know what to do with it. Go now. Go, really. See you. Oh, you gave me an essence. You should have given me a core or something that I knew that I could benefit from instead of continue. Well, if you're here looking at me and you're looking in that direction for once, I wonder if maybe I managed to trigger whatever I need in order to open that gate, and that's maybe it was broken the entire time. If they do get it running on PS5 and it's 60 FPS, I want it. Because I wouldn't be surprised if the PS4 and Xbox communities for this game are just better. I don't care if they're less skilled. I don't care if they're less communicative. I just don't want to be harassed. That's all it comes down to. Alright, round 8 with a big old Praetorian dude. Got a bigger sword now, friend. Oh, I'm getting big chunky hits on you now. I guess part of it is the upgrade that I did. You'll get dudes who come up and beat you up, but then they help you kill some dudes after. I'm fine just doing combat trials forever if it comes down to it. I just don't want to get all my moves unlocked at, you know, 30 FPS. I could just randomly join schools over and over again and get beat over and over again on PS4, but be at 60 FPS at least. As frustrating as that probably will be. I need to scan this door and see if there's like an open option or something. Maybe I missed it and I already had the cores for it. And there's like a slot or something that I missed. Maybe that isn't a bad idea, actually. Just seek out moves I don't know. Well, Tony, they did mention, Slow Clap did mention, even though they're working on Sifu and it's single player only, they did mention that they're not done doing online stuff, but they're gonna just not worry about it for now. I think, my hope, and it kind of lines up with how they like, I don't know, it's a sort of a, it's more an intuition than it is reality. Wait, what is this? Is that just an artifact, or is that like an opening? The center of the screen over there. What is that? It really feels like they did Absolver, liked the attempts, weren't satisfied with some of the... They gave it a shot, and feel like they can do better, but they need to get more experience under their belt. Oh. Can I just, like, Skyrim this? What Absolver does? Which ones are you hitting? I didn't hit too much with Absolver. At least on PC. Maybe it crashes a lot on PS4 or something? Sword turns invisible. Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay, they had a couple things like that, yeah. And their netcode is hit or miss. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. That sort of thing wasn't super common, yeah, but it did happen. It seems like my preference for these smaller, somewhat niche games, and in this, you know, in Shattered's case, it being such a weird sort of experimental art project that bugs are somewhat inevitable. This is the way of the world, you know. Ooh, I gotta be careful. Here we go. It would be funny if I could just get up through this, behind this this gate, get into Durga or whatever, or Devesh, I guess. The game could just give me a big old no you and kill me when I get in there. Sorry about the noise. Like, I know, given just like a correct shimmy, I can do it. Just gotta hit the right piece of geometry. The sound is horrible, though. so it's like the part of it also is the fact that it kind of like stops and then goes. Oh, there we go. Okay. Come on, we got it almost. All right, we're into some strange space here. Yeah, now I don't know how to get any further up there. I'll be able to like jump out and then double jump to get a little bit higher up. Oh, careful. I've only got so much space to work with here in order to get up speed. Yeah, then it starts tilting downwards and that's about it. Oh no. There's got to be a better way to... I mean, I'm sure there is a much more normal way to get up here. I just cannot seem to figure out this game. Oh, that's going to be the end of it. Is that just death? Where does it take me? No, it doesn't kill me, but I have no way out. Alright. You got me. It was worth a shot. I really don't want to buy an Xbox Series X, but I feel like that's more likely to have Absolver running at 60 FPS than the PS4 version. I have that hunch that that might be the case. But then the PS5 version, I have to say. But meanwhile, the PS5 version, PS5. I'm at least likely to get. I'm likely to buy one. You know, whenever they stop scalping them. Really, I kind of just don't. I don't want either though. Like if I had to pick one, I'd get PS5. But every game I want to play tends to be these like random indie titles that always have some additional charm, or they're. Well, that's what I'm saying though. It would be the PS4 version on 5. But it probably wouldn't have any benefits. There'd be no patch, no upgrade. Like, some games don't have capped FPS to start with. And those games just naturally run at a better frame rate. Sometimes they're just like a stuttery 30 on consoles. And they might go up to, you know... For example, the PS... What version would that be, even? The PS3 version and the Xbox 360 versions of Dark Souls 2... Their frame rates weren't really capped. Like, if you stare out in like an empty space and look at a wall, sometimes your frame rate will go up above 30. Oh man, I'm so bummed that I couldn't get up there. I'm so confused as to where to go. Soul Calibur 4. Many 3D fighting games are 60 FPS on 360 and PS3. Like Street Fighter 4 on PS3. I believe it was on PS3. Yeah, because 5 was on PS4. Yeah. Wow, numbers are confusing today. Street Fighter 4 on PS3 was 60 FPS. You wish you liked Street Fighter? I think I would have been okay with some of the other fighting games like Soul Calibur, maybe even Tekken, had I gotten into them early. Tekken 7, on the other hand, Tekken 7 is very frustrating though because the controls are extremely overcomplicated, and that's apparently a Harada thing. Harada apparently likes goofy ass diamond inputs. Like diagonal across the face buttons and stuff. And I just can't abide by that. That plus each character has like a billion moves. Soul Calibur, I think I just never really got into it, but I think I probably would have liked it. Oh, you know what it was? You know what turned me away from Soul Calibur was because the only person who really somewhat introduced me to it just beat me up a while, and then I just was done with it. Soul Calibur has too much titty. I don't think it adds anything. Yeah, I guess that's about all I could say. It seems there is a level of gratuitousness to some of the presentation that makes me wonder, like, why it's there. Yeah, that makes sense. And it, it's one of those things where I guess it's another element of a game that the element is something that I can ignore, but I wonder. I guess it's for another audience, you know. And I'm not qualified to say whether or not scantily clad characters should exist in a game one way or another. Other people can make those decisions. You had the same experience with Soul Calibur 5? You matched with an A1 player who beat your ass for a long time. The player I was mostly fighting against, who was introducing me to the game, had some character with the staff that I could not approach and just would dunk me before I got close. I might get a hit or two. I don't know if I ever went around. And I kind of just put it down afterwards. Killick? Maybe? It was a custom character with a lot of purple. Or maybe it was a custom character, I don't know. This thing again. I've reached this before, and it looks like one of those memory fragment things. But I couldn't do anything with it. And there was a dead wanderer next to it. There's many dead wanderers over here who seem to be getting in here. Or to these types of monuments. They kind of get in and then just... they're just dead. You know, they died as they arrived. It may not have been a... Killick may... like, the character may have just been Killick, and Killick is in purple. I don't know. His staff had a blade? It seemed like a pretty regular looking bow staff type of thing. I just remember a purple character who kept dunking me, and I just didn't enjoy it. Meanwhile, the character that I liked was Maxi, I guess, the dude with nunchucks. This fun combo stuff, but short range. And it seems like it seemed like Maxi could get stuck in combo animations and just get punished. But I never learned Soul Calibur enough. Like, I don't know. I just like playing Shotos and Street Fighter, and I never got super great at it. Although I did like Gouken from Ultra Street Fighter 4. Gouken was fun. He felt like a character that was designed around everything I like about Street Fighter. Or about, I guess, what I would have liked about fighting games if I knew well enough what... If I was versed enough in fighting games, that would have been what I liked. I don't know what I'm saying. Is there a chest over there? I think there is. I already got it. Alright, let me go over there, and there's the commander dude that I talked to earlier. Maybe they have something new to say. Damn it. They did want a weapon, actually. Maybe they moved. I don't know if characters remain where they were, or they just move on. Like, do they have new appearances, and the old ones stay? Oh, this is the other side, right. There's that one over there. I gotta get to that platform. And that's a shortcut to go the entire... Well, it should be on its way. Here he goes. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And the dude isn't on this side. Yeah, I had used a spell that makes me invisible to enemies so that I can sneak and check a chest. Oh man, it's such a shame. I'm trying to figure out how to get to a good spot. And maybe it's over there and I've not noticed it the entire time. Maybe that's the thing I want. I might browse to it real quick. Let's take a quick look. What about you? You got anything new to say? No, you don't. That's the commander type figure that is supposed to... They told me that I should go kill the demiurges, and I'm like, sure, but... Or even the watchers, I guess. And I'm like, sure, but, you know... Maybe this is what I missed. I don't know if I fought any bosses in the snowy areas. Yeah, I went here before. Did this have the... If this eventually transitioned into a sand dune-y looking area, then I've gone to the wrong spot. I did reread the Codex stuff earlier, and I just didn't see anything either. Might have to give it another read. Yeah, this is where I think I first saw the platform that gives me all the warps and stuff. Yeah, and it has the red, this is that maze, I think. If this happens to be the maze, then I'm just back where I started. And this is nothing. Oh man, I feel bad that I haven't been able to figure out where to go. I feel like it should be something obvious too. I wonder if I just bugged it out. Yeah, this is the maze. Yeah, we're not going back in here again. I already dug through that and got some interesting notes from Bhakti, and that was about it. Don't know if I've been over there though, have I? How do I get over there? Can I just walk? Guess positive note, I'm remembering one or two names now. Oh no. Oh no, I've given up my opportunity to... I gotta go around again. Yeah. I want to see what that's all about, that structure. Change your Twitch name for free? I think you could do it once a month. I'm pretty confident that you can do it somehow with Twitter as well, if that's what you're thinking. You made it in 5th grade. Discord you can... Well, Discord you change your display name and your internal name, I don't know. It's getting close. Oh my god, I just barely made it. Hey, okay, there's a reason to be here. There's memory stuff. What is this? Beyond our breaths, before our gaze, far on the horizon, long past the last sigh, 1 is 0, 4 divine, 5 guides, Astrid the Pure. Well, that, don't know if that helps. Oh wait, I didn't need to do any of that. I didn't need to do any of that. I could have just taken this path. I tend to gravitate towards the most confusing, difficult path rather than just that. back. One more quick look, and then I think that might have to be it, because it's getting late. I'm getting tired. I feel real bad I haven't figured this out, though. I wonder if it is something simple that I missed. You know, nobody seems to have an... I'll check with Yaak again, I guess. Let's, here. Alright, Tony, have a good night. I don't want the story anymore. Kuta has nothing. I can't level up. I can't get out. I can't go back to the... Can't go back to the tutorial area. Can't sneak up through this. Like, this would be good to get into, but I can't. Yeah, they say you need the key, and I don't know what the key is, though. And the one there's two areas out from this. One leads to just ending the game. I wonder. Hold on a sec. I wonder if there's a spot next to this heart where I can place the cores. I mean, take a look at the heart, not touch it. I can remove the heart. Can I just destroy the heart? It'll be funny. Just chonk it. Nah. Yeah, I don't see any distinct pedestals or anything to place this. I kind of vaguely remember something shaped like this, though. Maybe I need to put the cores elsewhere throughout the world. Hard to say. Kind of the big mystery of this game is like, where am I even doing anything? And I had a lot of stuff to chase down earlier that I figured out, but this last piece is totally beating me. I'll switch back to the faster sword for now. I can already one-shot everything here. I don't need to be one-shottier than I normally am. I've already got this memoriam. Oh, I think all I'm gonna end up doing is getting back to the areas with the tutorial prompts that don't really have anything for me. Yeah, that's a one-shot, yeah. Yeah, Yeah, I go too far back and I won't be able to, there's an area that you slide down from, and that was the very, very beginning of the game. Yeah, it's right up here. And you can sort of walk up most of this, and then you hit a certain point and you're stuck. And I don't think I'm ever going to be able to get in there anymore. Yeah, they literally just invert your controls. They don't just invert your controls, which they're totally doing, but they forcibly turn you around. You can let off the controls and just dash, and it still pushes you out. Yeah, so that's not it. But as to what? Where I need to be, I don't know. And I didn't see any items that looked... I don't know. I could probably consume these. I have 2 essence extractors, and I'm not super sure what they're going to do. Extracts all essence of an individual and stores it before like, does this just kill you? Look, let me try using it. It gave me 141,804. What? 454. Oh, wait a second. Am I back to level 1? Why did I get 100,000? From what? Why did I get 150,000 essence? Am I D level? I'd like my level looks fine. Hold on. I thought this would be like a respec. Oh, it is a respec. But my bars haven't changed. Yeah. Yeah, okay. This absolutely is a respec. It just mega spec into, rather than strength and stamina and stuff. Strength doesn't really do a ton. Well, I have one more I can spend. This seems like a terrible idea to go towards like massive like magic damage. I mean, nothing is a big threat, and having more magic damage would be good. My weapons are fine, unless they're doing some like special like damage calculation that may not work here. Yeah, so the bars just didn't update is what it was. I'm just gonna try this out. I don't know if my bars are where they should be. Let me go heal or rest or whatever. My bars gonna reset. I don't know if my bars are shorter than they were. Okay, once it my health should be way lower, I think. I don't know. Maybe there's diminishing returns as you level up, and I didn't notice until now. Maybe I got extra essence and didn't realize. Maybe the refund is bigger than you would think. I'm not sure. Maybe my bars were longer than I thought, or maybe they were shorter than I thought. What does it cost to cast? Like, what's this gonna look like? Tiny. Yeah, I don't know. Huh. I think it gave me some extra for trying. Okay, well, that's interesting. Yeah. Can't use the pendant. can't use the cores, and I've got these other essences here. Huh, well... I don't know if that was a good or a bad idea. What about you? Yeah, Kuta just can't... There's no more... The Memorum fragments... Or the whatever, the Memorial shards, or whatever they are. I don't need them for any of this stuff. Yeah. Do they ever get incorporated into any weapon? Well, okay, well let's do this then. Let's choose the smallest weapon. And upgrade that, because I can. And I may not use it ever, but I'll put it in my... Keep it in my pocket just in case, right? Not like I don't have a million resources that I'm not spending. If I ever fight a really fast enemy that I can't chase down... That might be a way to go. And now I can't afford any more, yeah. It's a pretty reasonable damage for how quick it is, though. Maybe upgrading weapons will unlock more story. Like maybe something will happen. Maybe you need to have a certain level of upgrade for your weapon to have the key. Because they did mention that all these weapons are keys as well. They say... Each of them contains a partial replica of a Lord's Core, and often all the joined prerogatives. The Cardinal Swords are more keys to access the deepest network layers than simple weapons. Maybe you just need to have one of those weapons. Well, I had the Claymore equipped and I couldn't do anything. Like, I can't just, like, pop this open. Yeah. What about, like, this? No, I don't, yeah. Damn, okay. I thought I was onto something. Let me save real quick and then take one more look at the map. And if I don't notice anything, then I'm probably gonna have to call it for tonight. And just wallow in my lack of progress. The only one I think I haven't been to is Durga's Temple. And I don't know how to get there, because it's supposed to go toward, like, I keep ending up in Meiosis when I do that. But I have Durga's weapon. Like, I just don't... I don't know. Seems like I could get up there, and that would be really cool. Yeah, there's a red line leading up to. So let me head. If I aim towards this one, is this somewhere else that I've not seen? So these don't reflect. Like, this is not Durga's. Yeah, it's not quite. All the way up there, though. Isn't there one of those? Yeah, this guy here. want to go, yeah, this one right here. Oh, wait, I didn't activate it. Ah, damn it. I need to get up there, though. Yeah, both of them go to the same place, whatever's over there. And this one, too. And it would have been aiming over to my left. I think. Nah, it's not this one, I don't think. It's something like this, though. There's some manner of juggling of these, yeah. That one all the way in the distance I can't get to yet. Oh, it's so loud. It's like killing my ears. Sorry about the noise. I don't know why these are so ridiculously loud. Where I want to go is... yeah, like northwesty. Yeah, this is going to very rapidly change the climate. I want to get over there. Past the bar again. I don't remember getting to the top of the bar and taking a look there. Hearing the strumming and the string sounds for this music, which is going to abruptly cut off, by the way. It reminds me of Chrono Cross, where the music for Chrono Cross was made digitally. Crap, I think I'm stuck. Yeah, I'm stuck. The music for Chrono Cross is made digitally, but the dude hand inserted all of the fretwork to make it sound more authentic. That makes me sad. Now I have to navigate portals again to get there again. But yeah, oh man, like, it seems like Durga's Temple is the one I haven't been to yet, as far as I can tell. But I have their claymore. I didn't, you suck, I didn't die, what did you, Yeah. Whatever. I think as I ported out, the game forgot where I was standing. Like, maybe going, like, limbo well-wise to a, going on a limbo well for a place that is, like... if you're effectively out of the map and then you port back, as the world unloads, you just die. Like, you just, maybe you fall because it unloads, the geometry's not there. I don't know. I wonder if the commander's still there. The commander did move on, I think. Yeah. I think. Yeah. This should be accessible now. Hope. Oh, it's you again. But we have nothing to say. Nothing new to say. Are you selling anything I can use? No. I'm not buy these anyways, but... Yeah, this is active. So that speeds things up a little bit, but it doesn't get me super, super close to where I want to be at. I also can't do this one. I didn't even see this where the target is for this one. Might be really, really far away. I think the noise might be because it's playing the sound for every single one of these at the same time, and that's why it's so loud. Yeah, this takes me so this is the funny thing is that I started all the way near Nefer, and I'm now closer to Vesh. This is like in the span of like 15 seconds I went across this gigantic map. Without, you know, without a load screen, without any of that. I'm gonna go back there and try to find the little portal thing. And that's my last thing to do for tonight, even though it's super, super late and I shouldn't. I should call it. But I know there's like a mountain path I can take. Or at least glitch through. Maybe it's just like in between here. It's like visible on the map. It just, yeah, it's hard to see because the maps, you can't zoom in and it's very small. Yeah, this one. And I can't wait to get an answer for this game. Like, I want to see the ending. I want to fight the final boss if there is one. I want to get the last bit of lore. I would hope I could reform and meet Ibon, assuming that Ibon is even unformed in the first place. And not just like dead or disappeared or whatever. I really do feel like Ibon is either sacrifice. I'm pretty sure she had sacrificed herself to provide useful information to her successors, or is somehow trapped and spread throughout the Matrix, or I don't even know. I don't know. Alright, so now there. This is the one I missed. Oh my god. Can I get in here? Oh no, it's available. Is this the one? Oh my god, hold on, I can unlock all these now. I have to step through them all, but this I think does it. Let me just eyeball it from a distance. Yeah, that's the one I didn't think I can get to. Perfect. This makes things a lot faster, a lot easier. Yeah, it even takes me right next to the one in Devesh. Perfect, okay. Way better. Now that I'm here, though, there's only one way there, and I don't know how to get in there. The opposite way up. Yeah, it almost feels like there's got to be a way to get up there. Maybe I don't know how to maneuver this thing very well. Like, maybe there's some other... Wait, hold on. Wait, what was that sound? Hold on. I was just mashing buttons. Hey, Cheeseman, does the game feel finished and interesting? Hold on. What is that? I'm just holding... Huh. Oh, you hold the freaking button down. You hold the button down. That's what it is. Does it feel finished and interesting? It's gonna feel... Your initial impression is it's gonna feel very unpolished, and there's a lot of things that it it is not going to feel like a AAA game, but what it's like Kenshi, where it's a very janky experience, but the parts that did come together very well are very interesting. The weird scope of the world and finding weird landmarks and weird stuff. The story is really interesting. Um, the giant vistas and the scenes and everything are really cool. The art's cool to look at. But no, it feels very much like an experimental art project, but in a good way. It's jank, but it's like the parts that work are good. The combat is not super special. It's kind of there. A couple of things are cool, like being able to parry projectiles and stuff. That stuff's cool. Yeah, holding down L3 is awkward, but it's how you do it. Now I gotta figure out how to get to the other side. There's a warp thing that does this. I gotta go to the... Let me go back to Devesh. It's gonna be... I guess this is gonna work too. But yeah, it's weird, quirky, jank, interesting, artsy, cool story game that I'm still trying to... I want to see more of the game. I want to see more of the world. Some of the bosses were really cool, even though they were a little bit like, the combat is not super polished. It's not incredibly visceral, but some of the boss fights are just fun and interesting to look at. But yeah, like you're not gonna get the like Dark Souls style or Code Vein or even Lord of the Fallen or whatever kind of like very polished quarter to quarter. Even Dark Souls 1, as much as the world is like people say it's open per se, it's mostly seamlessly interconnected. This game, on the other hand, is fine with leaving you lost and confused, and you're not sure if you're going the right way, or if you get somewhere, you're not sure if you were supposed to get there. You're not sure what the order is for anything. It's like if you played Hollow Knight without a map. And you're doing, like... There's cases where the game wants you to have a double jump in Hollow Knight, but you could just lure an enemy and then just pogo them and be fine. Like, it is weird stuff like that, where you're just not really sure... And the game doesn't care to tell you. It just cares that you got there and enjoyed it. This is what I want. Oh, I should probably hit that limbo well before I go. You got Nier Automata / Breath of the Wild. That is very much it. Just bear in mind that it doesn't have the platinum polish, it doesn't have the Nintendo polish, and it doesn't have the Soul style rigidity to its design. But it's a big, interesting world with weirdness to it and cool story and lots of cool stuff to look at. And some interesting bosses. Music's been solid, I need to go a little more to the left. Probably not this one. Yeah, it is this one, because the indicator is relative to your facing direction. Not the camera. And then right here. And then I need to go out. Like, yeah. And then I need to leave this area, I'm pretty sure. And then I'll be really close to where I want to be. Yeah. And I need to just get out. Which would be... that way, I think? Yeah. But yeah, like whether you wander the streets in this area or just jump across the rooftops, if you can even get there, and like what does that mean? And is it like, you know, there is no answers in this game. It is just make it happen. And now that it's dark again, I've already gotten lost. I'm just gonna make a pass around the sides until I find it. Oh, what is my magic gonna do here? Oop, that's not the right one. 89 still, so it's all poopy. Yeah. Well, if I have infinite magic at this point, or more or less. Yeah, inadvertent stealth build. That's not it. That's the other side. But yeah, like this game, while it's released, it's gonna feel early access. It's you know, it's just a big, strange art piece. But for being that, I'm enjoying it a lot, and I've somewhat got invested in the story, so I'm trying to piece it together. Guess I'll hit this real quick. As far as I understand, this game didn't get great reviews, though. You really just bought it to support the devs? They definitely, you can tell, yeah, you could tell that they sunk deep into this game. And it's been in development for well over 5 years. I had... Oh no, what do you got? I had played a very early preview, like almost a proof of concept almost. Like almost a tech demo. That's not a door. I had played a tech demo style, like very early white boxed. Like some of the areas had some art. The hub area didn't, and the hub area looked a lot different than it does now. Where is the way out of this? It's like there's, I know there's this a save point close to to when you get in. It looks, wait, there it is. Or there's a way. One of the ways out. Or, you know what? I don't think this is the right one. No, it is. Yeah. Because I had basically jumped off the side last time. Or up the side last time. Gotta be careful, because I think there are bottomless pits around here, but you can also just jump way the hell out, and you're good. Wait, this is looking like a bottomless pit, though. Just eventually the sky will brighten up a bit and I'll be on the right. This is it. Here we go. Yeah, almost. Perfect. Okay. And it could be as simple as I just didn't understand the input for this freaking hoverboard. Yeah, look at that. That's much better. I've got, like, excellent food processor sound as I go. Make myself some guacamole. Should be using a mortar and pestle, but that's fine. Also, as I'm playing right now, I'm noticing the left analog stick on my PS4 controller is starting to peel again. I know I kept it another replacement of the one more spare stick, I think. One more pair of spares, I think. And now I have... I'll have to take this thing apart. I have one other controller that's... one other controller that... you know, fully intact PS4 controller, but this one's starting to come apart. Because like pressing and holding L3 is tricky. Yeah. Here we go. There's the save point. Holding in L3 is not comfortable. Not at all. But Cheesemancer, yeah, I would say if you're looking for something really unusual and you don't care if it feels broken or incomplete, this game, the story and the world are really cool. But if you're looking for like a high-class, AAA, super generic, but very well-polished game, then this one would be it. Here we go. Yeah, I sort of messed it up a little bit, but I got it. Now for the skate park. Let me not continue to mash, and let me just wait. Let me go like at a regular pace. Wait for it to make me to jump again, like here, yeah, right here. Oh, no. Okay. It's fine. It's really, really hard to stay straight and to hold L3 down. Especially because my controller is literally, like, the rubber is peeling off of the analog stick. I fixed it before, I can do it again. Oh! Just... That sucks. Don't fall off. This is definitely a platforming thing for sure. No, damn you. Stupid slippery analog stick that has the rubber coming off. Piece of shit. Wow, yeah, I'm realizing now that as I've been playing, one of the analog sticks has no wonder it feels so slippery. It is literally melting. The left analog stick on this controller has like no texture anymore. It's shiny smooth. It's well, I'm gonna make a reference I shouldn't, so I'm not going to. But it has been rubbed. It's been rubbed very nicely. I guess you can use the right analog stick to steer. Well, maybe that's the way they intend it, but it's tough. Oh, come... Oh, I had it. I could have just jumped. Damn it. Maybe I should bind L... I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna bind L3 to the left click stick. Or, to... L2 to what L3 is. Let me just swap these. Because I can't. Controls? Controller, controls. Sprint L. Assuming I can. Camera lock R. Oh, just press. Oh yeah, I guess it is your own. I guess it's your sprint button too. Well, whatever, it's fine. Use spell. L3. Sprint. Left trigger. Okay, it works. Oh yeah, that's some speed. All right. Right, now my sprint button is cast spells. Alright, well, I'll fix this later. Okay, this is serviceable. Controller is still super slippery. How did I not notice this before? They never tell you, I don't think. I don't think they ever give you a, you, like, 'cause sprint is a toggle. Sprint is normally a toggle in the, like, you just tap it while you're running and it's good. You don't have to hold it. So that not being a sprint in this case totally threw me off. Oh, I feel like I'm falling off. You know what? Let's just run up to the ramp. I'm like the kid who's too afraid of the skate park. Oh, I could totally, you know, I could totally do some of that. Freaking... Why don't I? So that rainbow... Can I make that jump? Not even close. Oh no. I want to do some Rainbow Road stuff. Yeah, please. You're killing me. The board is so... It feels like I'm in Jello with the board. The board is so... has so much momentum to it that it's tricky. Like, it... Oh, that's not the button I want to use. It feels very, very tricky to control it because it just wants to kind of just keep its momentum. Like, it builds it up really, really quickly, but it's hard to slow it down. Oh, I didn't make it anyways. Okay. Oh, this is a trip. I mean, figuring it out was cool. That's something. I want to end on a high note. And that high note needs to be on the other side of that elevator. Please. Yuck, please. No quips. No more quips. Oh, this drunken skateboard. Yeah, if you do it at the last minute, you more than clear it. This is, if somebody was actually skilled with this thing, I bet you this would look really cool, rather than as like goofy and clumsy as I'm doing it. Okay, no Rainbow Road, just do the normal path. We'll get through this. Stay slow, stay controlled. Be ready to jump. Yep. Alright, a little more. Another couple small jumps. And we'll be done. To be real, if I can't get this attempt, I'm probably going to just stop. Because it's almost 2 o'clock. I've been up way too late. I think this is about as far as I've gotten so far. And doing this at full speed, though, would be awesome to look at. Feels like one of those Counter-Strike surfing maps. Which I also am no good at. Well, to be real, I've only played I've maybe played about 15 minutes of any of those types of maps. And my heart rate is going up as I do this because I want to finish this. Wouldn't it be some sort of... I wouldn't put it past this game if this takes me to the part of Meiosis that has the end of the game. I see it. It's right over there. If this is like an entrance to Meiosis, like south or something. You know, there's no more jumps. Let's just walk. Oh, that's not like this. Yeah, okay. Even though I'm kind of in a hurry though, because I gotta take a piss. I'm actually kind of surprised how much the texture, how much I've worn this analog stick down to nothing. I didn't realize how much it was, but it is. This thing is raw. And just because the PS4 sticks, the quality of them is really rough. Like the rubber that they use is terrible. Tends to degrade. I just want to move faster, but I don't want to fall. Now is like the worst time to fall. Alright, we're good. Never again. Let me activate the elevator first. That's not a sprint. What is this? Gigantic Essence. Another gigantic essence. Another that was my reward. I mean, I guess it makes sense that they didn't want to gate you behind. So, like they didn't want this to be important or anything. They're like 10,000 a pop, I think. It's not amazing, but it's something. I guess for the super skater dudes, that's quite the reward. But you know, for the Dark Souls pros, what is that? Could that? Man, don't let that be. Don't let that be. And that goes straight back to Meiosis. That kind of looks like there's a cave down there, but I'm not going to let it trick me. I activated you. Come on down, damn it. It's blue. Come on. Is it a one-shot deal? Oh, no. Oh, okay, all right. It does one of those deals. The first... both lateral and vertical portal that I can think of. There's no achievement for that, surprisingly. You would think they'd key it to picking up one of the... Well, I don't know if I've seen any essences or any achievements at all yet. I can't remember. Are there achievements for this game? There are. I've done none of them? What? Oh, huh. Oh, interesting. There's nothing is a hidden achievement, so it's all spelled out here. Great. I'm gonna try not to read any of that. I read like one or two things, and the moment I realized this is like story related stuff, and they're not marked as hidden achievements. Also, the fact that I've done none of that, where normally, so you know how, like, remember how we were talking about how this game doesn't really feel like a AAA game, and it's you know, it's got a bit of jank to it, but there's a lot of cool stuff. I think that they've done the cool thing of like the achievements are real, which means the achievements are like late game things, and also not only late game things, but potentially like actual big challenges somewhere. Which makes me think the game is way bigger than just this, which means the Vesh might be gigantic. If I ever get in. Or at least Narayana. So, okay, so Narayana is supposed to be in Devesh, and it's supposed to be the King's Palace, and the only way I can get in is by killing these Watchers, who are supposedly Durga, Citra, and Radamanth. I don't know if I've seen Durga yet. And you supposedly are getting cores. You're getting, for example, Citra and Radamanth's core. I have Naru's core somehow. I don't know where I got this. I think Durga has a core, and I haven't found it. Let me rebind these controls real quick. Sprint. And then cast spells. There. As much as I have a completely worn down left analog stick on this controller, it still feels better. But yeah, so the king somehow is forgotten, lost, killed, deposed, whatever. There's actually a prince somewhere that nobody has been able to find. Just looked at the global achievement sets, and they're all at 0 for all players. Oh, okay. Also, hey Ryu. This just takes me to the beginning. The arrow is going straight for Durga's temple. And it makes me think maybe Durga's temple... I need to look at the name of the boss that I fought here. And was it Durga? Or did I get Durga's weapon from here? I feel like I got Durga's weapon from here. In Meiosis North. Let me just, like, check my YouTube real quick. See if I can find that boss fight real quick. Hopefully I can mute it before it plays mute or sound, yeah. It is a long video. I think somewhere in the middle I'm fighting this dude. No, I think the entirety of last stream... No, I fought one boss. No, I fought no bosses last stream. I fought no bosses this stream either. I've just been lost. Check the other one. One of the bosses was Andras, the Indolent King. And then later on, I go fight the other dude. Hey, Panda, thanks for the follow. I will be wrapping up soon. I'm just looking up the name of the other boss that I fought just to figure out what that... let's see, what was it? Kether, the Apocryphal Watcher. So, yeah, I fought... Oh, shit, I should have looked up what the name of the item I got was from Kether. So this is one of the Watchers, and this is in... here. I think I killed it. Still scrolling the video. Yeah, I think this attempt I kill it. Yeah, it's dead. Okay, then I think I go to save, and then I walk all the way back. Freaking laggy YouTube. Devlog say achievement should come next patch. Okay. Yeah, there was something like can you post a link to the dev blog somewhere so I can grab it? I want to see what they're saying. Maybe people have had trouble beating the game and they're going to do something about it in the patch. Here's me going back to the portal. Man, why is YouTube so incredibly laggy on this? You know, I'm gonna just say that it's probably not Durga. Oh, I did go back. Okay, here's the part where I pick something up. What is it? Radaman's core. Damn it. Okay, so then I don't think I have Durga's core. Wait, if Radaman's core is over there, though, in Meiosis, not in Radaman's temple, then somebody else's core is going to be in some other place that I don't even know. So they're not in their own temples, and that means that the cores could be anywhere, and I have no freaking clue where they're going to be. Oh, I couldn't get my double jump. Perfect. Damn it. Take a look up there. Alright, I got that link. Okay, yeah. I'll read it after the stream. I think I'm gonna have to go ahead and call it as I as I nearly slip off my freaking couch trying to stretch. Wonders of having a leather couch, right? I don't have an answer. I don't know what to do here. It's clear that that as I'm looking at it now, Radaman's temple did not have Radaman's core, which means because Meiosis has. Well, that's the weird thing. Meiosis, which is on the so Meiosis North is the entrance to that is closer to Durga's temple from this map, which means that if Durga has a core I'm supposed to get, then I have no freaking clue where it is. And the other thing ends up being then that kind of dispels the idea of like, where did I get Naru's core? Where did I even get Citra's core? And is there only 3? There's so many additional questions now, and 0 answers. All right. Well, that's I think gonna have to be it for now.